Hi everybody, Diana Vienendahl here, and I'm going to show you a couple of cards that I made using the October stamp of the month. Here it is. It's called Twinkle. Has a nice assortment of stamps, some nice messages, and some decorative stamps. The first stamp I used was this little Christmas bulb and the Believe message. I used the White Pines paper. It's really a beautiful paper. Maybe a little more traditional and formal than some of the Christmas papers we've had in the past. Works beautifully for this card. Added a little bit of shimmer trim. I adapted this card from one that I saw that Jen Rubio made. The second card, I wanted to use the light bulb stamp from this set. And I used the outline stamp rather than the solid one so that I could color in with the shin hand markers. This was a little more whimsical, didn't really match with the White Pines paper, so I opted to just use cardstock. I used cranberry, and this cute little border was cut from pear. And this border you'll find on your art booking cartridge, and it's on page 78, and it's this cute little border with the circles cut out. And I used Cricut Craft Room. I welded two of these together so that it would go the length of the card. I'm using our great shin hand markers. These are an alcohol marker, really great to work with. They blend well. And if you're using the alcohol markers, you will want this memento pad. This is Tuxedo Black. It's really great because you can start coloring as soon as you stamp, and your colors are not going to bleed at all. You don't need to heat set it. You don't have to emboss. You just stamp and color. So let's get started on our card. We're going to use this little curly cord, and we're going to stamp it down about 1/2 inch. I'm lining it up on the right side of the paper, and it's going off the left side just a little bit. And then we're ready to stamp our little bulb on here. And I use the outline stamp so that I could color it in using the markers. And to stamp this evenly, I find that if I'll start on either end and then stamp one in the middle and then fill in between, and it's really easy to get your spacing even if you do it that way. Okay, I want to give you a couple tips on coloring in. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see this better. Oh, maybe a little bit too far. There we go. Okay, we're going to start with the golden yellow. These lighter colors are a little bit more forgiving, a little bit easier to color with. I'm going to go around the outside edge of this light bulb, and then when I go back over on this other side, I'm going to leave a little sliver of white, and that's going to be a highlight. So once I get that color, I'm going to come back and lay down a little bit more color just along this right edge and keep working over the color that's already there, and it will darken it and create a little bit of a shadow on that right side. Okay, we're going to move to the carmine. Again, go along the edges all the way around this light bulb. And as I come back down the other side, I'm going to leave a little sliver of white for a highlight. And work along this right edge. Continue laying down color over the top and creates a shadow. Move on to the turquoise. Around the outside edge. Come down and leave that little sliver of white for the highlight, and continue to work over that and create a shadow. Okay, the leaf green. I really like this nice, bright color combination. Leave that highlight. Make this one a little bit bigger, a little easier to see that. Hold this up to the camera in just a minute so you can get a closer look at what this is looking like. And then we'll finish up with the lavender. You know, if this doesn't end up being just perfect, don't worry about it. This is a handmade card. It's going to look awesome once you're all done. Okay, we've got a nice little shadow there. Now I'm going to use the warm gray and just add a little bit of color to the top of that bulb. I still want some of the white showing through. And let's stamp our message on there. I love this memento pad. It stamps so dark and nice and solid. Okay, let's see if you can see, let that focus. Can you see the little highlight that I left? Just gives these a little bit more dimension. Okay, let me zoom back out and we'll put this card together. Okay, I've cut a piece of this cranberry cardstock. It's 5.5 inches wide by 4. And we're going to put this on our card. On our card base, and I'm using the bulk card bases that we offer. And line up the edges, get them even, and leave just a little border showing on the top and bottom. And looks like I cut that a little bit long. I'll come back and trim off that edge once I'm done. Okay, now I've got this little border. And I know you have, if you've tried to glue on a little border like this in the past, you use your adhesive and you end up with little strings of adhesive showing in all of the openings. I really love this lots of dots adhesive, because you just roll this over the border and the adhesive sticks to the solid part only. It doesn't leave little strings of adhesive on the little circles, the cutout circles. So we'll glue that on, put some adhesive on this other border. And leave just a sliver of white showing. Oh, I have a couple of those dots, circles that did not pop out. Come back and pop those out. Glue that down and put some adhesive on the light bulb piece. Here you can see how that alcohol ink will bleed through the paper, so you want to make sure your piece is mounted so that you don't have that color bleeding through. And center that on there, and there is your finished card. You're really going to love this stamp of the month if you purchase these 6 markers and the memento pad and the lots of dots adhesive. You qualify to purchase this stamp of the month, which is valued at $17.95 for only $5. So let's all get an early start on our Christmas cards, and I hope that you enjoyed watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.